Merry Christmas. Anyways, I want to tell you a story about Santa Claus and the Grinch and how they really came to be. Okay, you know how everybody says that Santa wears a red fuzzy outfit and he has a white beard and no, maybe at one time when Santa Claus first started out, he had a red outfit, but now he's red in fur, okay? And his face has got a white beard just because as creatures age their hair turns white, so the only thing that would be on him, he's got red fur everywhere and he's got a white beard and kind of a white crown upon his head, but he wears a hat because that part is bald. That's right, Santa's bald. Anyways, and a long time ago, Santa of course got married and there was Mrs. Claus, okay? And Mrs. Claus was a great helper to her husband for the longest time, but she started getting envious and jealous because Santa Claus would spend all year round just to go and give others gifts, but he never gave her that attention. She was just his helper, but he never put the effort into her as he did to the children and to receive the glory and praise. So after a while, she started turning green with envy and she started getting green fur all over her body. Hmm. Yeah. And the North Pole turned icy is because Santa made a list of naughty and nice. And when it comes to children, you just love children for who they are. And you love them and no matter what, you're giving and kind to them. You don't pick and choose which child is better than the other because when you do, darkness ascends upon the land. So at one time, the North Pole was beautiful green area until these beings that had high energy started turning and judging and cursing. And that's how it came to be. And then Santa and the Grinch, started working against each other. Santa, of course, is a giver of presents, but he doesn't do it because it's in his heart to do so. He does it for the praise and glory. And of course, the Grinch, steals Christmas because of envy and jealousy. So basically, what Santa stands for is pride and ego, and of course, the Grinch stands for envy and jealousy. Those are the two beings, and that's the Christmas story. And of course, let me tell y'all something. When a woman sits there and is envious and jealous of a man and the praise and attention that a man gets, and she starts acting like a man and being jealous of that man, then so too shall she lose her heart of Christ, and her mind of Christ, and her body of Christ, and her spirit of Christ, and she will no longer grow in the soul of Christ, so she will lose herself and she will gain in darkness. Mm. And she would turn into a ugly creature. Not really male and definitely not female. So the true Christmas story that they paint a pretty picture of and put posters up over the land, it's a curse everywhere. To cut down a tree that brings life, that brings oxygen and absorbs toxin in the air, that's a curse. You're bringing upon a curse and you're killing a living creature just to decorate it for a season and throw it out to use and abuse. And being gluttonous on the holidays, killing animals to have that turkey and that ham. That's not that's not the having the heart of Christ. The heart of Christ is working with what you've got. Being thankful, being kind, compassionate. It's not about presents. It's not about getting. It's not about giving. It's about loving and loving the world around you. It's not about naughty or nice. It's not about kids getting toys. Believe me, there are landfills full and junk stores full of kids that have gotten presents You know, they might be excited for a few minutes, but then they toss it away, and everybody's like, oh, the children, the innocence of the children. Children aren't innocent. Adults just believe that crap because they don't want to look back to their own childhood and their own thoughts. There's nothing good about the human race. It doesn't matter if they're a child or an adult. We just love each other for who we are, but it's time to admit the truth of what really is. You know, stop the nostalgia. You know, I love cartoons and stuff like that, but those creatures and beings on TV of the spirit world, their colors, they were nothing good in life, and that's why they are colorful. You know, they're of different mind and body and spirit and heart, but they once walked in this world. They did. And in order to see them, you have to have the true eyes of a child, which is you have to see past this world and be inquisitive and see it for what it is. Children are generally truthful with each other. It's just when they get older, they become liars. So the truth about Santa and the Grinch is neither one of them are good. And they once started out as a pair. They just broke apart. And you know what? Santa is real. He's just an asshole. Yeah, that's just the truth of it. The Grinch is real. They and you know, they're just beings in this world. They don't need to be celebrated. In the winter season, it's just time to reflect. And of course, we should be more cautious about what we use because, you know, everything's dead in season. It's a time to rest. It's a time for the ground to rest. It's a time to say what you eat. You know, put back for the tomorrow. Have future sight. Not be gluttonous and greedy during this time. Because when you're gluttonous and greedy at the beginning of winter, you will run out before spring comes, and you will go hungry. This is what this world is teaching right now. The system as man is teaching how to curse the land and how to be dead in heart, mind, and body and spirit. Look, y'all were told, all y'all religious nutcases, you sit there and preach a name, you preach the names of men and preach the names of God, but you were told not to be asleep during this time, to be awake and aware of what the hell's going on around you. But you're going out just as in the days of Noah. You don't even know what the hell's going on. You don't know what's going on, what the Christmas season is really about. Let me tell you something. I'm spiritually awake. I am a present. Okay, and I'm not going to sit there and buy into the traditions anymore. I am a gift because I am love, and I am a gift to this world because I am love. And if this world doesn't recognize who I am and lift me up and take care of me, then I don't give a shit because I'm about to leave. I'm just here until I'm not, but I know the true story of Santa, and I know the true story of Grinch, and I see the spirits about me, whether they be in the flesh or not, and I know the truth of them, and I can see their hearts. The true wickedness, the deceivers, and those false believers. Look, I don't want to hear about the preachers of Jesus or Buddha or anything like that because they're false teachers and preachers. They're doing it for false profit. They're doing it in this world to make a name for themselves or get popularity or to gain some money, especially on the internet. Like my video. They're doing it for likes. They're doing it for profit. They're doing it for a job. Look, y'all dumbasses that preach a name, especially Jesus, he didn't make anything in this world. He didn't live like a rock star. He didn't have a car. He didn't have a blanket or anything. He walked with nothing. You know, not really my idea of who I want to be with, because I don't want to be with a bum that offers me no shelter, provides for me not, and tells me to serve. Mm-mm. Nope. Because I'm amazing and I will be treated like so. And that's what I got to tell Jesus. I ain't here to serve, and you can crucify yourself all you want to save man and their kind, but it's fucking pointless. So get off your fucking cross and get off your ass. That's what I got to say. To Santa Claus, to the Grinch, up y'all's.